Gemini is not just people, it is a phenomenon. They are able to communicate on any topic, they are smart and erudite, they are cheerful and charming. It is never boring with them because they are always ready for new adventures and discoveries. Astrologers have collected 37 amazing facts about the representatives of this zodiac constellation that will make you look at them in a new way. 1. Gemini is the wind of change. They are constantly changing their moods, their aspirations, their interests. It is impossible to keep up with them because they are always one step ahead. They love surprises and are not afraid of taking risks. 2. Gemini are chameleons. They can be different depending on the situation and the environment. They easily adapt to any people and any circumstances. They can be serious and funny, kind and evil, modest and self-confident. 3. Gemini are information maniacs. They love to collect and disseminate information. They are always up to date with the latest news, fashion trends, and interesting facts. They can talk for hours about a variety of things, share their knowledge and opinions. 4. Gemini is a humorist. They have a great sense of humor, they know how to make fun of themselves and others, they are not vindictive and do not take offense at jokes. They can cheer up any person and cheer up any company. 5. Twins can be absent-minded. They often forget details and distract attention because they have too many thoughts and ideas in their head. They can forget their belongings, their responsibilities, their arrangements. They can get lost in time and space. 6. Gemini is a seeker. They can spend their whole lives looking for their soulmate because they want to find a person who will be as versatile, interesting, and changeable as they are. They don't like boring and monotonous relationships. They want to be constantly surprised and admired by their partner. 7. The twins are explorers. They are looking in the outside world for what they lack in the inner world. They want to know all sides of life, try out all the possibilities, experience all the emotions. They are not afraid of changes and failures. They consider them an experience and a lesson. 8. Gemini are sociable people. They always strive to be in contact with others. It is important for them to always be in touch. They like to call, write, chat on social networks, meet in real life. They do not tolerate loneliness and silence. They want to share their thoughts and feelings. 9. Gemini is an innovator. They like novelty in everything. They always want to be different. They like to change their style, their image, their lifestyle. They are not afraid to experiment and try something new. 10. The twins are revolutionaries. They are used to changing their lives themselves. They want to avoid stagnation in life in every possible way. They do not like routine and boring things. They want to act according to their plan and according to their desire. They are not afraid to take risks and change everything around them. 11. Gemini are the stars. They like to be visible. They choose a profession where they need to constantly contact people and share information with them. They can be journalists, writers, actors, teachers, politicians. They like to be the center of attention and receive compliments. 12. Gemini is cosmopolitan. Gemini's social circle often changes because they are always open to new acquaintances and friendships. They can communicate with people of different nationalities, cultures, ages, and interests. They do not adhere to any specific criteria or stereotypes. 13. Gemini is a dreamer. They have grandiose plans for the future, but they often change them because they do not like to limit themselves to some kind of framework or rules. They can dream of traveling, of a career, of a family, of fame, of wealth. They are not afraid of scale and ambition. 14. The twins are detailists. It is difficult for them to assess the situation globally. They prefer to focus on individual areas. They can get carried away with some detail and forget about the whole. They can get lost in small things and miss important moments. 15. Gemini is an encyclopedist. They may know a lot, but it is difficult for them to delve into a narrow area. They are interested in everything. 16. Twins can repeat themselves. They often make the same mistakes because they can be frivolous and thoughtless. They don't always learn from their experience. They don't always listen to the advice of others. They can get into the same troubles and situations. Number 17. Twins are energizers. They are absolutely not tired of constant communication with others. They are always full of energy and enthusiasm. They can talk nonstop. They can do several things at the same time. They can be everywhere and always. 18. The twins are adapters. They adapt quickly to a new society. They can find a common language with any people. They are not afraid of changes and failures. They can easily survive any stress or crisis. They can start from scratch and succeed. 19. Gemini is a multitasker. They can do several things at the same time. They can switch between different tasks and projects. They don't like to get bored and sit around. They want to be busy and useful. They can handle any job and situation. 20. Gemini is a generalist. They are versatile people. They have many different hobbies. They may be interested in art, science, sports, music, literature, cinema, psychology, philosophy. They can be talented in many fields and have many hobbies. 21. The twins are inventors. They are incredibly resourceful in difficult situations. They can come up with a solution to any problem. They can use their imagination and creativity. They can make something out of nothing. They can get out of any situation and make everything better. 22. Gemini is a waster. They are often frivolous about money. They can spend it on unnecessary things, on entertainment, on gifts. They don't like to save and count. They don't like to think about the future and plan. They live in the present and enjoy life. 23. Gemini is an optimist. In crisis situations, Gemini does not worry much. They quickly switch their attention to more pleasant things. They do not lose heart and do not despair. They believe in their luck and in their abilities. They can find a positive in any situation and share it with others. 24. The twins are athletes. They like active sports. They can play football, basketball, tennis, boxing, golf, skiing, ice skating. They like to move and compete. They like to test themselves and their abilities. They can be good team players and leaders. 25. The twins are kind-hearted. They are incredibly responsive. They help loved ones in difficult situations. They can support, advise, sympathize, make you laugh. They are not indifferent to other people's problems and sufferings. They can be generous and generous. They can be loyal friends and partners. 26. Gemini can be frivolous. If Gemini does not work on themselves, they behave frivolously, make empty promises, and are completely irresponsible. They can cheat, betray, ignore. They can be unreliable and fickle. They can be frustrating. 27. Gemini is a dreamer. Gemini has a lot of ideas, but it can be very difficult for them to bring them to fruition. They can be lazy, distracted, indecisive. They may lose interest and motivation. They may procrastinate and forget. They may not achieve their goals or fulfill their desires. 28. Gemini are experts. Gemini does not have many real friends because they are good at understanding people and do not let everyone near them. They can be critical, demanding, selective. They may see hidden motives and flaws. They may not trust and not open up. They can be self-sufficient and independent. 29. Gemini is a freedom lover. Gemini does not like to obey anyone. They want to live by their own rules and according to their desire. They can be disobedient, rebellious, contradictory. They may not comply with laws and regulations. They may not respect authorities and traditions. They can be unpredictable and eccentric. 30. Gemini is a flirtation. Gemini is amorous, but they quickly cool down because they do not like boring and monotonous relationships. They can be insatiable, moody, changeable. They can seduce and play. They may not appreciate and respect. They can be unfaithful and ungrateful. 31. Gemini are psychics. Gemini has excellent intuition. They can read minds and anticipate actions. They can be psychologists, mediums, fortune tellers. They can use their intuition for their own benefit or to help others. They can be wise and insightful. 32. Gemini is a mystery. Gemini knows how to hide what they don't want to talk about. They can be mysterious and inaccessible. They may have secrets and skeletons in the closet. They may not tell everything about themselves and their lives. They can be cunning and dexterous. 33. Gemini is an adventurer. Gemini loves easy money. There are many scammers, speculators among them. They can be skillful and brave. They can come up with cunning schemes and risky plans. They can cheat and profit. They cannot be afraid of punishment and conscience. 34. Gemini is an individualist. Gemini values personal freedom. They do not want to depend on someone or something. They can be independent and inviolable. They can live by their own rules and at will. They may not take into account other people's opinions and interests. They can be selfish and anarchic. 35. Gemini is vindictive. Gemini is vindictive and vindictive. They do not forgive insults and do not forget enemies. They can be cruel and ruthless. They can take revenge and inflict pain. They can carry a grudge for a long time and wait in the wings. They can be evil and dangerous. 36. Gemini is loving. Gemini is in no hurry to get married. Or they can enter into several marriages during their lifetime because they do not like to limit themselves to one person or one situation. They can be fickle, dissatisfied, indecisive. They can look for new sensations and new opportunities. They can be free and unpredictable. 37. Gemini is a family man. Gemini tries to be on good terms with their parents, brothers, and sisters, and their support and approval are important to them. They can be caring, attentive, respectful. They can help their family and friends. They can be loyal and devoted. They can be loving and gentle. So Gemini are amazing and unique people who can be different in different situations. They have high intelligence, a wonderful sense of humor, incredible resourcefulness, and unsurpassed communication skills. They love life in all its manifestations. They strive for new knowledge and experiences. They are not afraid of change and risk. They can be kind and sympathetic, loyal and devoted, wise and insightful. But they can also be frivolous and irresponsible, unreliable and fickle, vindictive and vindictive. They can be free and independent, but also seek support and approval. They can be stars and leaders, but also seek secrets and freedom. Gemini are people who always surprise and delight, who are always interesting and versatile, who always live to the fullest. Do you want to know even more about your zodiac sign? Subscribe to my channel.